When I heard LAMPADATI was going to make a new car, I was very excited because they're one of my favorite manufacturers. So I had to go with it. It's called the Novak, and it's their first ever SUV. Now this is marketed as a sporty SUV, so let's see what that V8 and all-wheel drive system can do in the sporty business. Whoa, okay then. That's 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds, thanks to a 600 horsepower V8. Jesus Christ. This should not be happening in a 3-ton truck. Whoa, Jesus Christ. And it kicks you in the back of the head because you're not expecting it, but it just goes. That's amazing. Now the truth is lots of SUVs in this category can do that 0 to 60, but not a lot are quite as capable as this off-road, and while it's not a Mesa or anything, it's not bad off-road for what it is, which is a luxury, sporty SUV, not necessarily a off-road orientated, but it's got the whole differential set, it's got the clever suspension, and it's actually relatively suited out here. I'm impressed. Living up to their rally heritage, I see. But there is one downside to it. If you look at it, compared to other SUVs, it's not exactly big. And while the slant back is very good looking for an SUV, in terms of practicality, it is lacking, shall we say. The cargo space is big enough to fit a grain of sand, especially compared to the bigger SUVs. And this. Yes, I am driving, well, a Stratum really, and I will admit that the base Stratum is a terrible vehicle that should never exist. It doesn't exactly look the prettiest, and it's not exactly the fastest, to say the least. However, this is not the normal Stratum. No, this is the 2.6 GT wagon, which means turbocharged V6 made to a four-wheel drive system. This is a sporty car. It may not look it, but this is actually quite sporty. Okay, that's not bad. It's not as much as the other car, but that's not bad. It surprises you. There's 80, 90. Oh, that's got some giddy up. Oh. But if we're going to compare the Stratum and the Novak, we should do what they typically do instead of what they want you to do, which is grocery getting. So over there is a grocery store, which I'm going to race from this house to the grocery store and back, and see which vehicle is the fastest. Now we start off with the Stratum. Figure it's a good benchmark, if you will, for the Novak. Here we go. Rally Estate coming up. Okay, a little bit of sideways action. We do have a rally station sequence followed by a tarmac straight. Ooh. Now suspension not exactly as well suited to the all-wheel drive as the as the Novak is, and certainly does not have as much of a pedigree to sliding sideways on rally circuits, but it's not terrible, I'll tell you that. The bumps, it's not the worst. Alright, heading into the station now. Has good grip in the corners, very good grip. Doesn't get much oversteer on the tarmac, he says, as he gets massive oversteer on the bump. Park it in the slot. I just broke the window, it's fine. Don't worry, we got the groceries. Now we get back. Don't hit my fellow standing here though. We gotta respect the fellow cars there. Now get the gas. There we go, down the straightaway. On the return trip, here we go. Up the hill, it does struggle a little bit as compared to the Novak in terms of acceleration, obviously. 0 to 60 in about 6.5 seconds, which is not bad, but nothing special. Here we go. Come on, carry the speed. Brake as late as you dare. That's a bit too late. That's a bit wide. It's fine, though. Ready, and handbrake into the parking slot. There we go. That is time. That's a time of 3 minutes 8. Let's see if we can beat it. Okay. This has more power, more torque, but it is 1,000 pounds heavier. And crucially, gets a 15-second time penalty because it can't fit all the groceries in the back. We tested it, it can't actually fit all of them. So it gets a time penalty of 15 seconds for not carrying everything like it should. Okay. Even on dirt, that acceleration is brutal. Heading into the hairpin, now we're on the straightaway. Good God, this is fast off-road. Okay, that's the dangers of high-riding vehicles. It's because I nearly rolled the damn thing. Big jumps, big speed, big slideways everywhere. Ooh, that's a wall tap right there. That's just stupid fast, 100 miles an hour on dirt. We turn in, oh, we lift the front wheel up. This thing is not nearly as composed, whoa, as that Stratum was. That's oversteer, but now we get on the power. And it's proper power. And then brake. That's very heavy to turn in. Brakes aren't terrible, words do. Brakes aren't terrible for what this thing is, a very fast SUV. Handbrake in the slot is quite big on the width front. Alright, back in. Reverse. Oh, we clipped it a little bit, it's fine. Wheel spin, how are you getting wheel spin? It's a four-wheel drive system, come on. Okay, we need to get on that power. We need to make a 15-second gap. Here we go. That's 100, 110, 120, weaving through traffic. Ooh. It is a bit wobbly, this car. That does not inspire confidence. You just feel the high-speed wobbling. It just gives you no confidence when you're doing a high-speed chicane. This is sketchy. Let me get on the brakes and turn in. That was two wheels right there. That was not ideal. Ooh, big sideways moment. Big drift in the SUV. Who thought I'd be drifting an SUV today? Big drifts indeed. We got the acceleration. We have more acceleration uphill, that's for sure. Now you see it not screw it up. Big brakes, come on. Alright, just one more turn to go. Ugh. Come on, and handbrake. A little bit better that time, and parked. Ooh. Okay. And the times, well, if you exclude the 15-second penalty, the Novak is miles ahead, as you would expect. But with that 15-second penalty, it's only 2 seconds faster. That's a lot closer than I was expecting. And I think that sums it up quite nicely, as better than I was expecting. You see, the Novak, no one needs it. It's not as practical off-road as other SUVs, it's not as fast as SUVs, it's not as good-looking as SUVs. And yet, it's my favorite of the lot. Maybe it's my Lampadati bias, but it is a genuinely good SUV. It's not a great car, but it's a good SUV. And coming from me, that's pretty darn high praise.